Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I uploaded any content. I took a bit of a break, but I'm back and I will start uploading more regularly again. So my content's going to change slightly, so I will carry on uploading videos around travel and exploring because I love that, but I'll also be uploading some soft living at home videos because I enjoy that as well, and it gives a bit more variety. So this is one of those kind of videos. It's a beautiful spring day and I just decided that I wanted to do some planting. So I'm just having breakfast now before I head off to the garden centre to buy my plants. So I'd already done quite a bit of prep to the garden. So I painted and repainted some garden furniture. You see the table and chairs and the benches, the planters at the back. I painted the fence, or we painted the fence a couple of years ago, so that didn't need any work. I added some lights, or changed some lights and added a few. And that's it. So really what's left is the flowers, and once I get those in, then the garden is ready for me to enjoy for the rest of the year. By the way, I was trying to do this intro while I was having breakfast, but my neighbor was doing some work, so it got really noisy and I've sort of taken out the audio, so I'm not talking to myself, I was talking to you guys. But anyway, let me show you what the garden looks like now. So these are the benches and the tables which I have just painted and repainted. So the benches I've had for about 6 years, the table is new, but I think it all works beautifully actually. I've been using it quite a bit and I really enjoy it. And then I've added an external heater because it gets a bit chilly in the evening, so that's a perfect addition. As I mentioned, I've added lights. I changed some lights and I added a few, and I've kind of repainted all my planters. They were a very dull grey, but I painted them green. So this is my kind of centerpiece plant, but it's struggling a little bit. As you can see, there is damage to it. I've sprayed it, I've watered it, and I'm hoping I can rescue it, but it's a bit touch and go at the moment. When it's kind of at its best, it's absolutely stunning, but we shall see if I can save it. And on this side, those twig looking things are actually roses. Really stunning roses when they bloom. The big one, or the tall one, has this beautiful multicolored roses, and those two on the side planter are slightly smaller. One's got like white roses and one's got yellow. The white one is scented. It's absolutely delightful. And then this little thing in the middle, this is just a grass. Most people think it's a weed that I've kind of just let be, but it isn't. It's intentional. It's really beautiful once it's kind of fully grown, but I've given it a haircut. And then on this side, I've just got my really blank planters. This is the shaded side of the garden, which gets sun in the morning, but then it kind of shifts to after a while it shifts, as you can see, and it's kind of stays in the shade for most of the day. Anyway, that's the garden tour. Let's head off to the garden centre. It's called Dobby's and it's about 5 minutes away from my house. It's really beautiful and I love spending time there. So yeah, let's go. So I've just finished at the garden centre. I actually ended up not getting the plants that I wanted. I love lavender, so I wanted to get some lavender plants for some of the pots, but because of where they are, apparently lavender really loves well draining soil. It likes the sun, so I had to leave those behind. I have planted lavender before and it did all right, but you know, I don't want to waste money, so I decided to leave those and go with different plants that apparently like the shade and they don't mind soil that holds a little bit more water. I also got like a David Austin rose, which I've been longing for forever, but again, it wants lots of sunlight and it wants lots of well-drained soil. So I was going to put it kind of near the fence at the side that doesn't get a lot of sun, so that's no good. My alternative, of course, is to put it on the other side that gets loads of sun, where I've got like this massive shrub-like plant, but that plant roots aggressively, so I suspect it's because I've had it for a few years, all of the roots will be kind of really spread out all throughout the pot. So I'd effectively had to just empty it completely and start afresh, and I don't really, it's doing all right, there's no reason to throw it. So I decided to kind of leave the David Austin roses. What I will do is just plant the plants I've got today, and then I will enjoy them for this year, and what I will do next year is make a plan to empty all the pots and then put loads of roses, David Austin roses, because I love roses. I haven't quite learned how to look after them properly because mine, like I said, they're kind of struggling. So I want to practice and kind of get really good at it and learn a bit more, because the David Austin roses are not cheap. You do not want to buy them and kill them. So I will do a bit more learning this year, and then next year I will set up my rose garden, which is something that I've always wanted. But anyway, we're done, so let me head off home and yeah, go and plant these plants. I will show you once I get home what I got. All right then, see you soon. So this is how it turned out. I really like it. They told me the names of all these plants. I cannot remember them, But what I do know is these ones on this side love the shade, so that's where I've put them. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed that they will do well there. And the ones on the other side and in the middle love the sunshine, and those areas get a lot more sun for most of the day, so I'm hoping they will do well there. But by this point I was absolutely knackered, so I decided to have a cup of tea in my now finished garden, and just have a rest. And after I had my tea and had a bit of a rest, I decided to try to make Meghan Markle, or I should say Meghan Sussex's one pot pasta, which seems fairly straightforward from the show, and it seems like it's really quick. I think it's meant to be like 10 minutes, and it actually did come out really well. It took me a bit longer, I think, than 10 minutes. I did not have spaghetti, so I used whatever pasta I had, but it still came out really well. It's honestly like restaurant quality, so it's a big thumbs up, and it's going to be a staple. So I was too tired to kind of film myself cooking it, but this is how it looked. I took some snapshots. These are the very few stages that are involved in this cooking, and this is how it came out in the end. I say, very, very delicious. Anyway, have a great evening, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.